Or Steve. They come by with this community. All this one is your family. How we provide the country. Just like this. Where's the area? Go to the Come back with. Yeah, you're contract. That 40 years, everything on the village. And you bought them to like the village and what from the village? Stand.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. All right, please let us remain standing as we ask Pastor Bradley Daniels to lead us in the word of prayer.
And all head bowed, O Jehovah God of all creation. Thank you for the souls that are here today. His Excellency President Irfan Ali and the visiting team of government officials and all the souls that are here in Hotoquai. Thank you also for those who are not here. May your divine protection continue to be with us today and the balance of our lives. Let your divine providence be blessed and every good things in your sight be exalted. We pray that physical development and spiritual development may occur according to your will and according to your time. We pray in no other name, but in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. And all God's creation say, Amen.
Thank you very much. You may now take your seats. All right, sorry about that. Please stand. You know, as the MC, you're in charge, right? So if I say stand, you stand. If I say sit, you sit, all right? Because I'm in charge. So we say the national pledge at the count of 2. 1, 2. Myself to honor always the flag of Guyana and to be loyal to my country, to be obedient to the laws of Guyana, to love my fellow citizens, and to dedicate my energies towards the happiness and prosperity of Guyana. Okay, you may take your seats. Today, we're having our President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, with us. Please let us give him a round of applause. Right. Also accompanying him is one of our ministers. Please let us welcome Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Zulfikar Mustafa. Citizen of Region 1, right? So let us welcome our very own Minister of Housing and Water, Honorable Colin Crow. At table, newly elected Tushao of Hotoquai Village, Carlson Thomas. So I will now call on our newly elected Tushao, Mr. Carlson Thomas, to give the welcome remarks. Please let us welcome our Tushao.
His Excellency President Irfan Ali, Office of the Government, Member of the Head Table, Resident of Hobraya Village, of Lo Aruka, Arawao, Resident of Hotoquai, school children, welcome to my village of Hotoquai, which means high hill. As the newly elected to show, once more we are most happy with your visit. I now hand you over to thank you.
Thank you, Tushao. Only yesterday was their village elections, so Tushao was elected yesterday. All right. As Tushal mentioned, Hot means high and Kwai means hill. Hotoquai, right? And most of you might have known that I am also a child of Hotoquai. All right? Hotoquai, the residents here are 469 residents at Hotoquai. Our schools enrollment, 100 children. So with that, let us move along with our program for today. And up next on the program, it's our Regional Education Officer, Ms. Cleaver Joseph, who is going to give a brief remarks.
His Excellency, Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, the Minister of Agriculture and ministers in general, all dignitaries, I am pleased and honored to stand here in your presence. Today, we have commissioned additional school building, which soon will accommodate the nursery children of Hotoquai and satellite communities. This signifies a commitment to the advancement of education in the early childhood program and will continue to primary education, then secondary, leading to tertiary education. Education plays a crucial role in shaping the future of our nation by providing quality education to our youth, equipping them with knowledge and skills they need to succeed in an ever-changing world. Minister of Education and the stakeholders, your dedication to ensuring that every child has access to a high-quality education is commendable and inspiring. To all community leaders and parents, as we gather here today, let us reaffirm our commitment to working together to have a brighter future for our children. Let us collaborate, innovate, and strive for excellence in all that we do. Let us support our leaders by empowering our students for a foster using our culture of lifelong learning. Together, we can build a strong foundation, one that is built on the principles of equality, opportunity, and excellence. Let us embrace the challenges that lie ahead with determination, optimism, knowing that through education, we create a better world of all. So thank you to all the ministry, the education, the government of Guyana for this wonderful building where we're sitting here today.
Thank you, Ms. Cleaver, Regional Education Officer. And moving along nicely with our program for today. As I mentioned earlier, no stranger to none of us. He is always with us in times when it's hard and when it's better. He is all for his people of this region. Please let us welcome Minister of Housing and Water, Honorable Colin Crow.
Thank you very much, Miss Leandra, daughter of your soil. Good morning, all. I know you've been waiting a while for us, and many of you traveled earlier to get to this venue, to this meeting. But please, let's all of us give a grand welcome to our leader, our president, who is in your village to listen to you. And a Accompanying the president is the Minister of Agriculture, Comrade Zulfikar Mustafa, and his team I see over there. So please feel free to be able to raise many of your agriculture issues or even suggestions or even proposals. You can present proposals to expand the agriculture growth here in Region 1 and more particularly here in Mabruma. I want to also recognize a still youthful gentleman among when they did their community engagements. You didn't have facilities such as how we have moved in this region and by all communities. Welcome, Comrade Foreman. I also want to also acknowledge when we got here, I see a number of teachers who are part of the Siripota College training program. And here again is another testimony, not just about looking at the infrastructure aspect, not just looking at the buildings, which is important because we need a comfortable environment in which we can teach our children. We need a comfortable environment as you enter here. You see very shortly, when this program is finished, will be the commissioning of the health post. So you need a comfortable environment to treat our patients. All of that has been done right here. And this simple community of Hotoquai has been transformed in a short period of time. And so similarly would be the enhancement of the skills of our workforce, as I want to acknowledge the presence of the regional chairman, who I see is blowing a little. So probably see he's getting the easier life than when Comrade Foreman had it, right? And so we have been training to ensure that all our teachers become trained teachers in our school system. So the opportunity exists for wherever you reside. It doesn't matter which village you live. You have an opportunity to get on board on one of our government programs, whether it's in the health sector, whether it's in the education sector, and even from under the BIT program, we have been doing a number of training programs, and maybe too, when you have your opportunity to make suggestions, I would want you to speak towards what kind of training program or enhancement program you would like to see here in Hotoquai. I want to acknowledge the communities of St. Dominic, saying this tendency to have centralized locations or engagements. But we must all acknowledge the type of leadership you have led by our president, who wants to be amongst his people, who wants to be within the communities, who wants to hear directly your concerns. And I give you an example. Yesterday, we spent all day in Muruka sub-region, and as a result of some of the issues and concerns that were raised, tomorrow, a five-member ministerial team will be going back to those communities to follow up on the issues and even listen further on the relevant sectoral issues. And Mabruma here will be no exception. So I want to announce on Tuesday, the ministerial team will come to the Mabruma sub-region similarly to do the engagement. And that is the type of leadership that you have. It's problem solving too. Not next year, not tomorrow, today. That is the type of leadership you have by our president. And so I want to thank you for coming out here. But before I close, because I know we're starting a little late, one of your concern that you would raise when I came here the last time, I think I came here in March. When I came here the last time, was your concern about having an access to potable water. In fact, the riverine communities here in Region 1, we are lagging, we are way behind. Your government is aware of this. Your president is aware of this. And as a result, we have a commitment and the resources have been provided. We have the commitment that by 2025, all, that is only next year, all communities, all people, all our villages, all of us here in Region 1 must have access to potable water by 2025. But here, directly in Hotoquai, we already have a contract that is out. But one of the challenges you have for the Mabaruma sub-region is some areas in the Mabaruma sub-region, the soil type, you have a rocky nature. So sometimes when you drill, you're not successful. So we have done the logging for Hotoquai. A contract has already been awarded. But we have done the logging, and the logging has shown that we will have to go as deep as 100 to 120 feet to get water in your village. What? Can we ask some of the persons in the meanwhile to come forward with chairs so we can have, just those who have chairs, just come forward with your chairs so we'll get a little more space at the back. Right? Good. Just where you at, just come forward. Okay. Good, wonderful. Yeah, so as I was saying, sometimes, so we also have a commitment to remove all riverine villages from your normal source, which is the creeks and the rivers. And you know what the period we're just coming out of, where we have had a prolonged dry season. So many of you, you were calling or you were messaging for your villages that you were seeking additional support. And that's the nature when you don't have a reliable supply. So we have to go as deep as 120 meters here. So the contractor is sourcing another rig that can go as deep. And so that commitment is that he'll return by June 15th or by the third week of this month with a rig to start drilling. So in other words, we have here in the river in both Hotoquai and Hobadiah, we have a contract that has been awarded to Fabra Enterprise. Then along the riverine communities, we have Burima Coriabo, St. Anselm, Red Hill, and Powaikuru. Another contract that has been awarded to $77 million. We are here committing, therefore, once successful on those drillings, we are expecting to have 6 wells in the riverine communities within 4 months here in the Mabaruma sub-region. That's our commitment. And we are moving in all of this, we are moving from a percentage where we were 3 years ago of only 35% access to potable water. Last year, we were somewhere around 75%. By the time we were finished of this year, with an injection of $1.5 billion in the hinterland, and $750 million of that coming to the Region 1 for communities, for expansion and drilling of new wells, will see us having a 92% access to potable water here in Region 1. So I want you to also listen to my colleague minister before we come to the president. So I want to thank you all for coming out here this morning. You will have your opportunity to be interactive. You will have your opportunity to raise your concern, raise your issues. We have some of the technical officers here. And in fact, most of the main ministries are represented by various ministries. And I also want to see hidden at the back, I want to recognize the presence of the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development, Mr. Chukan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister of Housing and Water, Honorable Colin Crowe. Yes, and I like the little history that Minister had given to us, right? But I'll give you a further incident. So, today is a blessed day for Hotoquai, and in 1994, the late Dr. Chedi Jagan, when he became president, he visited this community. And today, His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, is visiting again. So this is the second president, executive president, to visit this community. And after our elections, Mr. Farmin Singh has become the regional vice chairman in 1998. So some of us didn't born then, right? So Minister said the time then wasn't that easy like now. So going along with the program, Region 1 was formerly the breadbasket of the Caribbean. I am not saying we are not getting there. We are. Our agriculture is blooming again. And that is because of this gentleman with us here today. Please let us welcome Zulfikar Mustafa, the Minister of Agriculture.
Good morning, residents. Let me hear you. Let us get some energy. Good morning. And I want to start period from 1992, October, to March 1997. And he found the time to visit your community. And after that period, for the first time, many of you who were not born at that time are alive today to witness another president, a great leader of our country, visiting your country. And that tells us a lot of things. Because not so long ago, less than 4 years ago, our president today was the presidential candidate of the People's Progressive Party Civic. He came to Region 1, he visited a number of communities. He held meetings, he was campaigning for the PPPC to get back into government. Because from the time we came out of government in 2015, all of us witnessed what took place from 2015 to 2020. We saw firsthand the suffering, the discrimination, and the downward spiral in development in our country. And we came, at that time, the president was leading the campaign as the presidential candidate for our party. He came to Region 1 with other leaders of the party, and he said, vote for us. Vote for us to get back into government. And when we get back into government, we will ensure we reverse all the suffering that was imposed by the APNU AFC. And today I am proud to say that the PPP Civic, your party that is in government, has today transformed your life and transformed this entire region and country. And we are making it, every day we are making it better for the people of our country. That's a true commitment. And that is the reason why our party and our government is receiving that kind of support. People are eagerly awaiting these meetings, are waiting to listen to leaders of the party and the government so that we can continue to bring betterment to the people's cause. So today, my friend, when you look at what we have done and committed, all the promises that we have made when we were in the campaign trail, I'm happy to report it to you here this morning that your party, your government has delivered almost all the commitment we have made to the people of this country. And we will continue to bring betterment to you, to bring more progress to you, to ensure that we transform your life. When you look at the various sectors across the country, education, the Madam Chairperson talked about education. We have seen and witnessed massive improvement today, so much so that your citizens, your residents in these areas, far-flung area, who never dreamt of achieving a university education are today residing in their community, in the confines of their home, and they are studying at various universities across the world. Only yesterday, when we were at a meeting, a proud teacher of Region 1 said he never went out of Region 1 to study. He was studying from his home, and today he is a holder of a bachelor's degree thanks to the PPP civic government. Progress, that's the kind of development we are bringing to you, the citizens of our country. We are not doing, our development is not only taking place in the coastal area or around Georgetown. The same opportunities that exist in these areas on the coast and in Georgetown are the same opportunities we are bringing into these communities. That is why the president is here firsthand. He could have sent Minister Kroll and myself to come and listen to you all, or ask the regional chairman to come with a team here and listen to your concern and send the concern to us in Georgetown. But he wants to come and listen firsthand what you have to say. What are some of the proposals you have? What are some of the concerns that you share or you want to share with him? And that is testimony of a true leader. A leader who have the people's welfare at heart. And a leader who wants to bring betterment to the cause of the people. So this morning here, comrades, as the chairperson would have said, is a very historical day for you. You will live to tell your children and your grandchildren that President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali was the second president to visit your community and bring a lot of development to your community. These are historical events, and we must not take it for granted. We must not take it for granted, because let us remember that there was a period in this country when we saw firsthand what that government, the APNU-AFC government, did to the people of our country. First, the first move they made when they got into government was to dismiss almost 2,000 young Armenian people, CSOs, across. You all remember that? Today, your government has re-employed not only 2,000 more, so that we can bring more progress to the Armenian communities across 243 communities across this country. And I can go on and list all what they have done. They took away the Because We Care cash grant, they imposed over 200 taxes, they increased fees. So these are the things, and today, all those measures, all those harsh measures were reversed by the PPP civic government. When you look at, I mentioned education, when you look at the health sector, we are having a transformation of the health sector. We are having now where people are living in the most remote part of Guyana. And because of telemedicine, they are getting the same kind of care that people are getting in Georgetown. Those are progress that we are talking about. And those are the things, those are the development that your government is bringing to you. When you look at the infrastructure, we are having the landscape is being changed across this country in the infrastructure development. Comrade Colin Kroll, my colleague, mentioned about water and housing, the progress that we are making, where we are now developing these areas to be modern houses, into modern housing schemes. These are the progress we are looking at. So, and we are doing this. These things have come to you in less than 4 years. And when we went to the population, when we went to the election campaign, we said within the 5 years period, or during this 5-year period from 2020 to 2025, and we are happy to say less than 4 years, we have delivered on all those commitments. That is a monumental achievement for us as a people. So comrades, I know for a fact in the agriculture sector, you are very interested in the agriculture sector because that is your livelihood. And as the chairperson would have said, that Region 1 is an important region for us. Region 1 have to contribute significantly to food production for Guyana to have food security. And if, as CARICOM leaders have decided that we have to reduce the food import bill by 25% by 2025 by next year, and if that has to be successful, then Guyana has to be successful. And for Guyana to be successful, your region will have to make a tremendous contribution to that success. Your region will have to do that. So that is why you will listen. What are some of the plans that we will implement in the future to make your region not only food secure regionally, but to contribute to Guyana's food security, for Guyana to make that contribution to the regionally, so that we can reduce the food import bill by 25% by 2025. So what we have been doing, the traditional areas are things like rice production, fruits and vegetables, livestock. All those are traditional areas we have had over the centuries. Guyana has been involved in those agricultural activities. What we have done over the last 3.5 years, we have expanded those areas, and now we are having increased production. We have seen over the last 3.5 years, we have seen all the country to see how they can, the various areas, what contribution they can make in the various areas. And when we look at your region, Region 1, leaving out traditionally what you have been doing, things like cassava, we will continue to support that. We will continue to help you to expand it. We will continue to help you to build capacity so that we can add value to it, process it. We can have longer shelf life. We can also find market for those crops. The other crops that you used to normally do, we will continue to support it. But we have decided that region number 1 should be the spice region for us in Guyana. So Guyana, all the spices must be produced by Region 1. And these spices are things like ginger, turmeric, nutmeg, black pepper. As a matter of fact, I was just speaking to one of our extension officer here, agriculture officer, and he told me that this weekend only, in this area alone, 1 ton of ginger will be coming in to be distributed among farmers so that you can up the production of ginger. We have already built a processing plant at Kosororo. We are looking to do other plants like that so that you can have better storage capacity and you can process the ginger and these spices. In the Caribbean alone, leaving out Guyana, in the Caribbean alone, there are large demands for ginger. And very shortly, we will have a ferry service run from Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, and Barbados. That will open up new markets for us. And you have to take the opportunities that will be coming with that ferry, so that you must now we will work with you to produce large quantities of these spices. Right here in Guyana, we are having a large demand for spices. So if we can, first of all, satisfy local consumption, then we will save that money that we used to import these commodities with, these items with. And those funds will be going to other areas to go do developments in various other areas. So that is one area we plan for Region 1. Also, when we look around the country and we look around your region, we notice that the female population should get involved. We want the female population should get involved in agriculture too. But not this labor-intensive way of going to the farm and do the back-breaking job. We want to make agriculture more innovative, more modern, so that we can be less labor-intensive. We want to move away from the subsistence farming and go into large-scale production. But that doesn't mean that we will do it in a way that we used to do it 10 years ago. We are changing the ways these things we have been doing these things. So in the coming months, you will see a number of extension officers together with officers from the Ministry of Agriculture coming to do training with you, coming to help you to get involved in these crops, coming to help you to increase production so that you can make that contribution. For the female, we are looking at other activities. Right now, we are concentrating on doing apiculture, beekeeping. And the president will speak more about it. And he will tell you our plan, how we will involve the female population, mostly the female population in this community and these areas, and the opportunities that will be coming with these activities. So he will tell you on those issues. Also, and agriculture, when you talk about agriculture, it doesn't mean that only you're wearing some chicken and doing some cash crop planting. We have to change. Agriculture is large. We get livestock. We get crop farming. We got aquaculture. And aquaculture now is becoming a new industry for us in Guyana. We are doing different activities in aquaculture. We are producing different species of shrimp. We are doing brackish water shrimp. We are doing prawns. We are doing cage culture, where we have these marine cages. Your Region 1, we have 6 cages that are earmarked to come to Region 1 that will supplement your e-village economy. These are the new type of activities that we are bringing and the new opportunities that we are bringing to you. And you know for a fact, you will see that the budgetary allocation in the agriculture sector has increased tremendously. When we got out of government in 2015, the agriculture budget was $18.5 billion. When we went back into government, instead of increasing it, the former government decreased it to $13 billion. So you could see that they never had any interest. They never had any interest in agriculture. They never had any vision in agriculture. So much so. So you are an important link for us in our plan for prosperity in Guyana. You, the farmers, you, the residents in these areas, are important link for us. And we will continue to work with you to work in that partnership to build our food sector. And we are very fortunate, I want to tell you. As Minister of Agriculture, I can tell you, the guidance and support I have been receiving from the President is tremendous. All these new activities, outside of the traditional activities that we used to do, are the vision of the President. And all of us must be thankful that we have a leader who has that vision to move our country forward. So ladies and gentlemen, I know for a fact I have been going on for some time. You want to listen to the President, the main speaker, but I want to tell you in this small discourse here this morning, some of the things we have been doing. Also, leaving out the traditional investment that we have been making from the Ministry of Agriculture and through the government of Guyana. We also have a program, the HEATSAT program, and a number of projects were done in your community, things like the construction of the community center for $4 million, construction and stocking of grocery shop for Hoyo Weaver Group, implementation of mixed farming, all those activities, all those projects were done under the HEATSAT project to a value of $7.5 million. So we are not only bringing support through our ministry alone, but other agencies, other funding we are bringing through other funding programs. So I want to say I'm happy to be in the company of His Excellency to listen to you this morning. I'm happy to be in this community, but rest assured, you will continue to receive that support. You will continue to enjoy that kind of benefit that we have been making in the investment to this country, and we will continue to support you. You have a government that cares for you. You have a government that will invest in you. And we have a leader that will continue to listen to our concern. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Zulfikar Mustafa. And at this time, we will now entertain you with a song, a cultural item, and the song is entitled Salute to All Leaders. So let us welcome this young comrade who is going to be entertaining us with this song. The keyboard man, the keyboard.
Easy to the leaders, yeah, one that mold this nation. Help you out in different situation. Give support to the leaders that are reason why we're today. Give support to the leaders that are reason why we're today. Love yourself and set your retreat. Find the leaders as your best friend. Respect is something you earn. Just wait and see it's your turn. Respect an elder is a must. No matter your age, raise your status. Let show them some love, their blessing is from above. Let show them some love, their blessing is from above. RESP, easy to the leaders. RESP, easy to the leader. They one that mold the nation, help you out in different situation. Give support to the leaders that are reason why we're today. Give support to the leaders that are reason why we're today. Give support to the
Let us all stand as we welcome the 9th Executive President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali.
Thank you. Please, thank you. Please have your seats. First of all, my respected elders, including the former regional chairman, who I had a lot of good experiences in my very younger days with. I'm still young, I think, but in my very younger days, I had a lot of good experiences with him. He is the one who took me to Shell Beach, and he and the then ministers ate the dinner out and told me I have to survive on papa for 2 days. But indeed, we had some very, very beautiful time in difficult circumstances. You know, Chairman, you would tell them that in those days, when we go to communities in the river, in indigenous communities, in those days, a big request was cutlass and files. That was a big request. And that we found difficulty in delivering. Remember those days? The younger guys can't remember those days. Today, when we go to the communities, we are listening about UTV, ATV, we're listening about internet, and why not? Because as our country advances and develops, so too must every community advance and develop, and that is exactly what this government is doing. But for that to take place, the government must have a philosophy in which they believe that development and advancement belongs to every single community. Not so long ago, we had a government in office that did not share this philosophy. And they did not share this philosophy in a quiet way. They did not share this philosophy in a loud manner. One of the first things that that government did when they came back to office was to send home almost 2,000 CSOs from your communities, people who are hired from your communities. One of the things that they did was to put on the backs of our people 200 new taxes. They took away the Because We Care grant. When I came in these communities in end of 2018, 2019, the complaint was as if the country stood still. No investment in agriculture. You know, some of you stopped farming because you had no support. No investment in the school system. The complaint was that the schools did not even have chalk in 2018, 2019. Guyana Forestry Commission they did not even have money to pay their staff when we took office. We had to give them a bailout. So not so long ago, 3.5 years ago, things was very, very much different in your communities and in this country. But sometimes we have very short memory, or sometimes progress is so fast in the last 3.5 years that we did not get enough time to appreciate what has been done in the last 3.5 years. But tremendous has been done. We have almost completed the manifesto in which we promise you we'll fulfill for you. Almost completely fulfill that manifesto. And everything we are doing now is on bonus. We never promised in the manifesto that we're going to provide an environment in which all our teachers can become trained teachers right from their villages. All of them can be trained right from their villages today. Any one of them can go online, go on a gold scholarship, get a degree, a master's, a PhD, and we give them an allowance for that added qualification. Improving the school environment, investing in teachers' quarters. In this region alone, we're going to build this year more than 15 teachers' quarters, new teachers' quarters. We'll rehabilitate 4 duplexes and about 8 other quarters. These things must have a value. And we have committed to our teachers, our nurses, our doctors, that we're going to continue to do more to ensure that their life, their condition gets better and improved. When I had the meeting with the teachers, they requested an increase in the hinterland allowance. We increased that hinterland allowance. And we are committed, as we said before as a government, to continue discussions with the union to see what more we can do in 2024, 2025, 2026. But it takes more than one hand to clap. The schools that we're investing in to ensure that our children have a better environment in which they can learn, we have to put a value to all these things. You know, the younger people must understand something. It is not that you are somehow much smarter than the older guys here, or that your thinking is superior to them. It is that you got the opportunity that they never got. They never had the opportunity to go to nursery school, primary school, secondary school. We've invested and given you that opportunity. Do not take that opportunity for granted. If they had that same opportunity, they would have become doctors, lawyers, engineers for you. That is why when we came back into office, we said we're not only satisfied about giving pension and increasing pension, but the pensioners must receive that pension in a safer environment with less stress on them. That is why we said the pension must be paid in the villages directly so the pensioners don't have to travel and go out to pick up the pension. The pensions must be paid in the villages directly. We said now that all the health centers, in all the health centers across the country, we must ensure that there is a proper waiting area with good seating, good washroom, good facilities. So when residents go to the health center, they must find a clean, well-painted, neat health center in which they can get this service in dignity and pride. And that is what we're investing in. Not only giving you more doctors, more community health workers, more medics, but giving you facilities that act to the dignified delivery of service. That is important. So too, we have launched a national program in which we must fix all the schools. Ensure that wherever your roof is leaking, we fix the roof. We paint the school. We ensure that you have good furniture. We ensure that your play field, at least the children must have one area that they can have recreational facility. And when the Ministry of Education comes in the next few days, you can raise these concerns with them because we are investing to make these facilities better for our children. My friends, today, as the minister said, I'm not here to remind you of all that we have done. We have done so much. And you know, if someone here is of the view, or someone can honestly say they have not seen improvement and development in the last 3.5 years, then I think something is wrong with your conscience. That is the honest truth. Something is wrong with your conscience. Let me give you some examples. In this area, Hotoquai, St. Dominic, Sacred Heart, Arawau, Hotoquai. These are areas and communities in the river here that we have invested in. You're from those communities. And let me give you an example of how governments are important. 3.5 years ago, we left you with a Because We Care grant. Not only did you lose the jobs, but the last government took away the grant from the children. You remember that? Now if you have to decide between two persons, one who gives to your children and one who take away from the children, the choice is easy. Because if you cannot love your children enough to give them, parents sacrifice and give their children. Parents will go hungry to see their children eat. What kind of a government can see a child with a grant in their hands and take away that grant? With a school feeding program in their hands and take away that school feeding program? You have to be very special in nature. So 3.5 years ago, then government would have taken away from your children, out of the pockets of your children, if they were still there today, $45 million up to the end of last year. Imagine what $45 million can do for the children in your community. Since we came back into office, up to the end of 2023, in the Because We Care grant alone in your communities, we have given back to your children $45 million in their pockets. That is what the government has done for you. And in the campaign, we said we'll take it to $40,000 per child. But we're going to successfully surpass that. And we're going to ensure that we make it $50,000 per child, so that all your children can benefit from this. And this is not a benefit that goes to Amerindian children or hinterland children or riverine children. This is a benefit that goes to all the children of our country. Is it that in the Amerindian communities and the hinterland and riverine communities, you can't have a school with a science lab? Why is it that you can't have schools with smart classroom? Yes, it will cost a bit more because of your location, but you have to benefit equally from the development of our country, and your children must equally understand. That is why today, when you go around all over, you go to the military, you go to the police force, you go to the fire service, you see proudly our Amerindian brothers and sisters as officers, as constables, as firemen, firewomen. You see nurses, community health workers, you see doctors, engineers, technicians, public servants. You see the reflection of the development and the investment we are making in your communities, bearing the fruits and producing for our country at a national level. And you ought to be very proud of that. As I said in 2018, 2019, when we came to the communities, one of the major concerns was that the schools did not have material, teaching aid. So what did we decide to do? We decided to give the schools grants directly. Your schools in these communities would have received almost $6 million in grants to help them to buy the material to teach your children. $6 million in grant. In your communities, these small communities here alone, in this region, we have spent almost $45 million on the maintenance and rehabilitation of education buildings, school buildings, and our pensioners, the elderly. In the last 3 years, we have put back in the pockets of our pensioners in these communities here almost $22 million. $22 million directly in old age pension. We have supported those persons living with disability. The disability assistance. In disability assistance, we have spent almost $9 million. In persons living with disability and giving them that permanent disability benefit, almost $1.5 million. In agriculture, we've invested more than $10 million, and this investment is going to grow. In health, in your communities, you've invested close to $45 million. You have distributed more than 152 home solar units, costing us close to $12 million. Those are investments we have made in your small communities. And that is just a sample of the investment we have made in your communities. So my dear friends, my respected elders, you can see that we are not only talking development, we are fulfilling our mandate. We are building upon your dreams and aspirations, and we are keeping alive your hope for a better tomorrow. And today, I want us to have a conversation on the way forward. I want to listen to you about your ideas on the development of your community. I want to listen to you on how we got to advance production, because these communities in the Reverend area has tremendous potential. I already told the Minister of Agriculture that we will support in the clearing, empoldering, and development of 250 acres of land within these communities to support our farmers and support the communities. And what do we want to see? We want to see among these communities present here today at least 50 acres of land in one central area dedicated to pineapples. We want to see 100 acres of land dedicated to plantain production. We want to see, we're going to give you not only the 4,000 pounds of ginger for you to plant, but we're going to give you 5,000 coconut plants so we can revive the coconut industry and build the coconut industry here. We want to help you in honey production. We want to expand turmeric production to more than 50 acres so we can have large-scale production. But more importantly, the question is, when we produce, what we do with the produce. We are going to fix the price because we're going to help you with the capital expenditure. So we're going to work with you in establishing a fair price. And the Guyana Marketing Corporation would work on taking off the produce and bringing the produce to the market, especially now that we are advancing our work in satisfying the CARICOM market. We already have the facility to produce the turmeric. We are now expanding facility to add value to cassava. The coconut production, we don't have enough even for the local market during the dry season. Plantains, we have 2 plantain plants that require consistent supply of plantains. We're working in Region 1 to launch a project very soon that by the end of next year, Region 1 will help us as a country to be self-sufficient in onion production. So we don't have to import, saving millions, tens of millions of US dollars in import. These are the things that is going to change the prospect for our communities. These are the things that is going to lead to sustainability and resilience. And also, of course, we're going to invest in health. All these communities in the next 6 weeks, we'll have the team from health visiting to ensure that we give you the screening for cervical cancer. And if any of our women folk require treatment, we'll have that treatment given to you. We'll bring the eye clinic to the communities. We're going to do the eye examination. If anyone needs spectacles, we're going to pay for the spectacles for you and get you those spectacles. If you need cataract surgery, we're going to take you to the hospital, get the surgery done, keep you until you recover and bring you back to the community. That is what your government will do for you. 6 weeks also, within the 6 weeks also, we have asked the Ministry of Health to bring the dental team so that if there are dental needs in the community, right in the community, we'll fix those needs. We are now doing a baseline study for all our children, in which our children in this country, all our children will be screened. So from a very early age, we'll have health data and health statistics. And if they need any early intervention, the government will support that intervention to ensure we have a healthy population ahead of us. These are the things that matters. And these are not just things that we're doing on the coast. These are things that we're doing in every single community. We have 9 new doctors that will come to this region. And I want to thank the health workers, the nurses, the doctors, the teachers, and all those who continue to work with us in a conscious way to bring betterment to the people of these communities in our country. In the Guyana Water Inc., 35 new wells. 35 new wells we're doing alone this year. 35 new wells this year alone in your region. Isn't this a government that cares? So my dear respected elders, today, and all young people, children, today, as I said, is not a day for me to go on and on. But today is a day for me to listen to you. I'm here more to listen to you. Listen to your ideas, your concerns. Tell us what is working. Tell us what has brought difference in your community. So together, we'll build a stronger Region 1, stronger communities, more resilient communities, and communities in which all of us will be proud of. I thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. And now we will open for questions. But note this, for personal issues, you will see His Excellency's staff, Dwayne Adams and Captain Smart. The President would be listening to community issues. We together? If we have any personal issues, we go to Dwayne Adams and also Captain Smart. For the community issues, His Excellency will be dealing with that. All right? The mic would be going around. Please indicate by raising your hand. The front? Okay, you can come to the front. Personal issues can be like your land, your NIS, if you need a loan. Those are personal issues, all right? Not as if you need a husband, you know? And the community issues, all right? So don't we have any issues? You could call.
Okay. A wonderful good morning to our Excellency Dr. Mohammed Efran Ali and all our rest of ministers and team from the region. I'm very happy to stand here today to represent my community, Hotoquai. And my name is Stella Benjamin, and I would be representing the farmers today. I am 46 years of age and I do farming with my husband, with my children. And I thank God today for our excellencies here and all the ministers to hear our issues, what's going on now in Hotoquai. Right now, the first thing happened in April was the fire. The fire come and the fire burned out everything almost that we had, especially the cassava, which that everybody know in Hotoquai, we use it as our food and we also sell. Now, everything has burned out. Some of our families, all the yam, the ginger, what I mean, saving for plant, everything burned out. And I was glad for us today that we are really, really need of help in this community. Even self is a little cash or whatever, like what happened with the flood, we get a flood relief, and we was very thankful with it. And today I'm asking the same thing for Hawaii. If we could even get a little cash or whatever help we could get. I was listening just now back to the that some ginger plant. We were very thankful because right now the caterpillar wanted, well, we try for plant back. The caterpillar right now doing the work, right now. Right now the caterpillar doing the work. Everybody could say this in Hotoquai. And right now we want back them plant what we our honorable ministers and excellency, what we gonna survive on it because of Uganda. And now the caterpillar going with the ginger and the yam. Oh my gosh, thank God for you today. Thank you very much.
Okay, just so listen. Hotoquai. All right. So immediately we're gonna send a full team to spray and to bring in some chemicals.
Caterpillar for the yam and the ginger that you have. We're going to have all the cassava sticks. We're going to get cassava sticks replaced for you in the community. So they're going to bring in all the cassava sticks planting material back for you. We have a higher variety now that gives you double the yield. We're going to bring some ginger plants back to you in the community. So you'll get about a ton of cassava sticks will come within the next 2-3 days. So you can get back the cassava sticks. The ginger, you're going to get that. They're going to deal with the caterpillar. And do you use farine? You don't use farine? Huh? But you need cassava to make cassava bread and so. So we're going to also give you some cassava in the community. Right?
we're going to buy from other communities and get cassava into your community. Okay? All right, great.
Yes, I would like to say good morning to each and every one of y'all, our great and loving, caring government of Guyana. Excellent, excellent leader of our nation, our father. Our great and loving father, we thank God for him. Since what o'clock? I Isabella Hudson. And we were so longing to see our wonderful government, father of the nation. We always call him father of the nation because not care for only one. He care for all. And the Lord is good that he bless our government. And we, the resident of Guyana, we must be thankful for him so much that God is able to bless him and bless him more and more. We all have an issue. We all are Hotoquai resident. I am Hotoquai resident. I have an issue. I would like to speak concerning agriculture. I'm happy to hear that the government of Guyana is encouraging the wonderful nation to go on with agriculture. And that is agriculture based. And I thank God for that. Because, you know, we have been going in agriculture for a very long time. And our great and loving, caring government of Guyana, I thank God for him. That God has ministered blessings to his soul and he gave us back a start again. But we still having an issue. We are going on. We are going on. I am 48 years of age and we are working so hard to see how we can help our great and loving, caring government of Guyana. Now, concerning this, I would like to say that we all are residents of Hotoquai. We plant permanent. I would like our loving and caring government to listen to me. We plant, my brother had a 4-acre permanent, and I myself purchased 3 acres of permanent. Now we have trials behind my government. We have in these trials. We planting coconut, we planting pear, we planting coffee for livelihood. We planting soursop. Recently, my brother, he has lost 4 acres of his crops that was demanded by the enemies. The enemies has destroyed my brother's livelihood in Hotoquai, but never a man of giving up. Always listening to the song of our government voice and not giving up. He is trying all his coconut plants. We have in the neighbor side of us, but he always told us that he will never see us succeed in what we are doing. Yes. His name is, I don't know if you want to hear his name, but I would like to seek help that we all are suffering in Hotoquai.
We will work with you in getting some planting material back for you, yes, including the coconut. But come and talk to the deputy commissioner here also about that.
Yes, thank you very much. God bless.
There are other leaders from other communities like St. Dominic's, Hotoquai, Sacred Heart. It's okay. You can raise your issues here also. And please let us be specific. You're coming? You say your community and then say your issue.
I just want to say a special good morning to Excellency Mr. Maud Irfan Ali and the honorable ministers. I am Harun Azir from St. Dominic's community. Forward this question to the Honorable Minister of Housing and Water, Mr. Colin Crowell. Yeah. Yes. A few years back, I see when they say, if you got a housing to build, right, and the project cost about 6 million concerning the cement and the steel rods them to giving out, right? I would like to know if this only go to the coastland and what about the people living in the riverine area, right? And if it is only to people who have transported land, so what about the people them who living on lease land, right? Because me personally, I have a house to build, right? And the cost and the estimation is about over $6 million, right? But the problem, I don't have a transported land because you know that we normally in this region, we don't really have that. And the next thing, with agriculture, right? I am a farmer. I farm ginger. And with the long, prolonged dry season we got, for this year, I think like I wouldn't get the normal yield from the crop that I normally get due to the dry weather. I plant the ginger and the ginger bursts out. The sun come, dry it down back, it bursts and it just keep dying out. And this problem is not only for me, but it's throughout this whole region with the farmers in, right? So I was listening to the Honorable Minister where he said they have a lot of plans in place, and I was really glad and like to know some of these plans, what they have in place to help we, the farmers. Okay. Thank you.
Well, we have been going through the plans all the time. That will help with the planting material, fertilizer. We're also going to help with markets. We're going to help with land preparation. We're going to help to open up new land. So and I don't know if you're listening to all that we have said, but these are all areas we can help in. And yes, what we are encouraging though is in communities like these that you build based on the material that is available, like wood, for example. In some of these communities, the money you will spend to bring in the steel and cement, you can spend on the wood and get your building completed. And those are things we can work with the community on to see how we can help you to get material that is more accessible, you understand? More easily accessible to you, zinc sheets and so on, to see how we can help to support those things. Those are things the minister and us, we're going to look into in these communities, right? We together? Good.
Is there any other person who would like to raise an issue?
My name is Rodney Daniels, Hotoquai Village. I thank you, Dr. Orfanali, for all the help that you gave unto this community. And I would like to say house and steam in Hotoquai. That's one. And number two, I would ask for your cooperation in helping to do a project called the reforestation, planting back the red cedar and the crabwood, which are two essential woods to assist in the homes of building. Thank you very much.
So you're going to work with them, take the information, and get the minister to come in. So just make a note to work with the community on this also.
Yes, I must say good morning to everyone and my Honorable President of Guyana. I give you a warm welcome from Obadiah. I am a resident from Obadiah. My name is Helena Antonio. I came from Sibai, the village, but right now I live in at Obadiah. I'm so happy to my people of Guyana, and I am so proud this morning to be here. You know, at 3 o'clock I wake and I say my prayer and I ask God to help me and help all the people of this building right now. And I have word to say to my people and my president that I having some children at Kaituma Secondary School, and I am a hard-working mother. I get 11 children, and my interest is sending my children to school to let them learn. And I work hard, and we're having a problem at this shortcut where we go to Kaituma, and I'm asking if this work could be done very early because it is important. And President, I'm asking very hard to see that the people them finish the shortcut for us. Because not me alone, having more parents and more other people go to market to see what we could get for our children. Because we are all poor. None of us is not inside a job. We have to work and go and sell, you know. So I'm asking my people, let it see what they could do for us. Yes, and having another issue, our farm, the dry season, it killed down our farm, little plants. This cassava now trying to burst with a little rain, like peppers and other things can grow. So we asking if you all could help us in Obadiah. Yes, like cassava, yam, plantain. And the next thing we having on our left hand and in the river bank, we apply for the land title because some of our families is living on the left bank and we want to the land because our family and more other children want to make houses along the canal bank because it is hill. And we don't want people to go. We want more people to come in our community to live so we could get more neighbors to work together and live hand in hand with each other. Thank you very much.
Okay, okay, my friend. The dredging of the shortcut, we have $13.8 million. You hearing me? $13.8 million set aside for the dredging of the shortcut. Within 2 weeks, that work will start. Right? And the ministry will send in planting materials for you for the cassava, yam, plantain, banana. All those planting material will come over to you. Okay? All right.
And then our President of the Guyana Republic, Dr. Eve Pranali, and members of the head table, all protocol observed. I am HM Obadiah Primary, and I am proud to say today that our school had recently been rebuilt, and we are accessing the school now. However, we are kindly asking if the building could be wired so our electronical device can be attached for the use of the children. The second I have is transportation for our school children. Yes, Honorable His Excellency. Yes, it had been installed, but due to the taking the TVs were installed, however, due to the top coming in and it had to be rebuilt, the TVs were taken down and need to be reinstalled again. My second issue is transportation for the children. We have 80% of our children traveled to school by boat, and we are out of transportation for the children. Some children traveled as far as 3 miles every day to and from school. So like 3 miles. 80% of the school population. They travel by boat. Like 82 children we have, of which we have nursery, primary, and primary top. Yes, sir, but they normally travel in the small canoe now. But we have children traveling from a far distance, so we would like to have boat and engine for them to travel to school on a daily basis. Thank you. Maybe a 40 and a bottle.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we're going to work to see, the really is, we're going to work with the region to get you this boat and engine, okay? And the wiring of the school will be done.
I greet everyone here today for coming here today. Yes, thank God for having me here today to come and see the president myself. I'm happy that he's here today to visit us, to hear our views, whatever we need in this community of Region 1. Yeah, you will put it close. Oh, yes. I want to sing a song on behalf of the president. We welcome our President of Guyana. We welcome our President of Guyana. Brothers and sisters, let us clap our hands for beloved President. Yes. I'm very happy that he's here today. May God richest blessing be upon his life, also his wife too. May God bless and protect he and his family. Oh yes, I thank God that his family is okay at this moment because, you know, we are so far apart. But I thank God for our president. I was longing all the time to come and see him. But God bless him. God speak to him that he will come here to to hear from us rather. Yes. So I give all the blessings to everyone here today who is listening. Yes. I turn you back to our beloved President, Irfan Ali. Once again, clap our hands for our beloved President. Oh, yes, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, my God.
Y'all give Uncle a big round of applause.
Great. Oh, lovely. Oh, I enjoy the session. I enjoy today coming here. You know, I am old, you know. I am in 87 years of age. My head was standing for me to stand here to say something on behalf of our beloved president. Yes. I will visit the president. Where is he? Look. All right. Oh my God. Okay, guys. Oh my God. Bless the Lord. Also, guys, I'm to elect my president that someday. God bless you too, right? Oh, I'll tell you and your family. God bless you.
All right, we'll take two more questions. And just an announcement, all right? We have the staff from GRO that will be looking after birth certificates and so on after the meeting, okay?
Good morning to our Our Excellency, Dr. Irfan Ali, and ministers and our regional chairman and teams from the head table. My name is Floyd James from Hotoquai, the chairman, Hotoquai. My issues today is to raise that we really needed a school in Hotoquai because we are very far away up primary school. We have like 50, I got a directive, we got about 54 children around that area. I travel a long way. Yes, we have woodwork there. We have school boat and engine, but is that enough for us? Yes, my Excellency, produce wood. Probably we could build it with ourselves, yes. Yes, we've got the wood. Yeah. Yes, we need a school like this. Yes, we have schools. Children. Yeah. And I would like to ask today, in the behalf of my communities, we need like boat and engines for to transport our people like, from our community. No, like for our community work. Yeah. Yeah. The schools. Yeah. 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 All right. Good. Thank you very much.
All right, we'll take one more.
All right, good morning, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Fanali. I am Ms. Alani Benjamin, HM Hotoquai, members of the head table, all protocols. I want to say thank you so much for this new building and for all that you have. 13 from Sacred Heart? Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. While on that, we have other young people in the communities who are school leavers as well. And we are very much willing if we can gain access so that we can be a part of the Gold Scholarship Program as well. And other programs, because I did programs with Kosira as well, but I applied for the Gold Scholarship, but due to the signal and the poor internet, we couldn't get through.
All the teachers here are very determined. Register all of them from these community and you will try. Okay? So that will, so we'll do that for all the teachers. We'll create a study hub here. How many teachers with total schools? Well, you have 12 alone here. About 33 teachers, and maybe we'll have other members of the community. So we'll create a study hub for about 50 people to study under the Gold Scholarship Program from right to this community here. So we're going to get them to identify other persons too, right? And we're going to get that done right here, okay? Good.
To His Excellency, the President, the members of the head table, the ministers, good morning. I am representing the Sacred Heart Primary School and Sacred Heart community. One of my concerns is that the Sacred Heart Primary School has been rebuilt in 2020, which we are grateful for. However, we don't have lights and electricity to work our fans and so on. So that is one of my concerns. And yes, so for the community itself, I personally would like to see development in housing, especially for the young professionals. And coming to that, we have the ICT hub. Our community hasn't received any money for that as yet, and we are looking forward and hoping that we can get that as soon as possible. Thank you.
All right. All right. The one more.
Good morning, Mr. President and visiting team, colleagues, residents of Hotoquai, various neighboring communities.
So they're going to wire a school next week, they said, and then they're going to look at hooking up to some solar panels, okay? Good.
Well, I have an issue concerning I heard you mention it earlier, under the HISAR project, they implement Hotoquai. They implement a project where we gain a sum of $4 million to construct a 20 by 30 concrete and wooden building. And I think it's about 50% completed. So we're seeking your assistance if you can help us to complete that building. Where that building is proposed to house a village library, a village office, a village storeroom, and a meeting hall as well. And for sports, we would like to see our new play field developed. We would like the outfield to enhance. We already construct.
The HISAT building.
Yeah.
The minister is going to work on completing that building for you, okay?
Thank you, sir. I hope it should be soon as possible because we are already utilizing it, but it is not
as soon as possible. Within the next 2-3 weeks, you will see action.
Thank you, sir. Okay, for sports, as you can see, our outfield there is not in a state where we could accommodate activities, and we have a brand new play field where we are trying to complete, but in a sense that we don't have the financial support from the village, we are seeking your assistance where we should complete that play field where we could host maybe regional games. And
what is needed to complete the play field?
The entire outfield, the pitch, no. It's a new play field. About 5 minutes walk from here.
So you need the outfield to be graded or something?
Yes. Maybe grade to upgrade, maybe we could open a pitch, volleyball court, maybe basketball court, where we could host other teams from various communities and have here as a central playground for all these activities.
So the Minister of Sports is going to come to this area also to look at the play field, okay?
Thank you, sir.
My name is Carson Thomas, the newly elected to show, and I have been two issues here. Now our village have two tractors, Hotoquai. Our village have two tractors, but both of them is not in working condition. So the residents of Hotoquai are asking the government to do a repair for us. Also,
He gonna hide at the back there. You don't want people to see him. And who is from Ministry of Marine Affairs? Talk to the Tushao
P.S. Talk to Tushao and get these tractors fixed, okay? Work with him. With Amrian Affairs.
And
And you got to
also,
get it fixed within a week, okay?
and also we are asking for 2 more health workers to be trained.
So we have already committed to training those 2 health workers. They start training? In June, they will start the training. Okay?
Okay. Also, we are asking for 3 power saw.
I'll give you 1.5 power saw. Sorry. We will send 1 power saw for you, right?
Okay.
Amrian Affairs? Chukan, let Amrian Affairs send in a power saw for Tushao. And you're all this close there now, Tushao.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we don't want to limit you, but His Excellency has to leave, all right? So if
Make a song like that.
If
I have 2 other meetings in the region, one at Canal Bank and where else? And
Arcaco.
Arzaka. And I don't want to shortchange those persons. Okay? So if there is any person from a village that did not speak as yet, let us give them priority now. Okay?
Sacred Heart, St. Dominic's,
St. Dominic, yes, Sacred Heart. Who's from Sacred Heart?
St. Dominic.
Oh, they spoke already.
Yes.
All right, let's hear from you.
Yes, we are from St. Dominic resident, a resident from St. Dominic, Lydia Peters. You can see I have a disability chair. Yes. I am a CSO. And the ministry promised us weeders, and we never had no weeders in our community. I don't know what the Bible name, but most likely. And number 1, they promised us a boat. The agriculture promised us a boat since I don't know when. The boat come and go and it destroy. I made to understand that it destroy, and we never had no boat in our community. We would like our boat and engine to be delivered to us. Also,
Yeah, I promised them a boat and engine. All right, I don't know about the boat and engine that they promised you. We'll investigate that. But the weeder, the Ministry of Marine Affairs will get the chairman, ensure they get a weeder. Colin is in charge of all of these issues. Okay. So within a week, you will get a weeder for the community, okay? The hand weeder.
And I would like a help for my child.
Okay, well, that, you got to talk to Dwayne. And where's Dwayne? He's waiting out there, so go and talk to him, okay?
Thank you.
All right, if there's no one else, sorry. I would like to call on the head teacher of Hotoquai Primary, Miss Lilani Benjamin Hernandez, to bring the curtain down. Give the vote of thanks.
The young man with the white, where are you from? All right, we got a lot of Hotoquai already. You're from another village? Where are you from? Huh? Come then, you come.
We have in a health center, but we don't have health worker. Yeah. I believe it's like 40 school children.
Hello, can you confirm to us, because Wanaka is one of the community that feeds Sacred Heart Primary, and that's why we were having them with boat and engine. So you have to be specific of from where you want that boat for, because this is what we're hearing. Because we
is from the Dongwade community. Secretary Dong Lura Aruka. We have like 40 children.
am not from Secretary. I am from Hotoquai community. But I live in very close to Secretary community. There is no health worker from Secretary community. Yes, from Arrow. But you see the people that from Secretary, they need them all.
Okay, how many people came from Sacred Heart? So we're training 2 persons from Sacred Heart in June. So we'll have the health workers from Sacred Heart. In June, they will start training. Okay? Good. And you will look at this thing with the children you talk about, right? And once it's the case, Colin is going to talk to you. So let's do it. Let's go ahead. So I'll investigate this, okay? So I just said to you, we are going to investigate it. I can't tell you now what is going on because there are discrepancies. Alright? Like the comrade is saying that they for a board an engine for Aruka. Saying you have that, he's saying you don't have that. Do you understand? But here, brother, listen. One man said we got it, the other man said we don't have it. So we gotta go and ask for it to be verified. Once it's verified, I'm gonna look at the issue with the fuel, right? We're gonna look at the fuel, right?
His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfanali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Minister of Housing and Water, the Honorable Colin Kroll, Honorable Mustafa, all members of the River Wine region, teachers, parents, residents of Hotoquai, pupils, all officers. Today, to thank our President and his visiting delegation for their called visit here today in Hotoquai, and we the people of Hotoquai and surrounding communities are very grateful for his presence here amongst us. So much for listening to our concerns, and we know that you are a man of your word. And I really thank God for you and your team. Thank you.
GRO with birth certificate. So if you don't have or you like to do late registration, you can check with them. All right. Just an announcement. On Monday, there will be a team of ministers. No, Tuesday, sorry. On Tuesday, there will be a team of ministers visiting Hotoquai here. So you can come out and listen and hear their concerns, Hotoquai and other communities, right? So look call for the ministers and choose them.
Yeah, you can take picture? Come on, come on. Zolti! Uncle, Zolti! Sorry. Yes, nice. Yeah, the 5 year service. Right, good. Oh, well, let's start here now.
Karen, slip through, slip through, slip through. Looking for a camera yet,
For me like no. Me like no.
Yes. Where they have gas man then?
She take over, right? Yeah, she take over the rest. Dwayne, Edgel değil. Edgel.
All the teachers, come please. All the teachers. Look here.
Let me get my kids.
Not as yet.
The ministers can give it.
Let's get it, Sharon. Walk fast, right? Next one. Next batch. Yeah, Jill, work the batches there, quick.
Let it set fine. No, allow them in front.
Come, come. You gotta bring them down. Bring some of them over this one side. Some over this one side. Come, come. Come, the big ones come on this side quickly. Alright, walk right there, Jill. Go there. Go there, Jill. Watch, sir. Go there? Yeah. Look at the camera. This way. Come. Look at the camera.
Come this side. Yes, work. Come this side. Come this side now.
Health workers. Quickly. Yeah, we can do that, right? Health workers. Come go over there quick. Quickly.
Run. Right there. Run. Yeah, we are.
Baby, you're ready.